What's up, guys?
Hey everyone, we just finished our last blood ketone reading tests on the Keto Mojo.
The test strips are still bloody.
Compared to the Precision Xtra. So we are going to break down our readings, our thoughts, and our recommendation for you.
We tested over multiple days, so this video took us a few days to make. The Precision Xtra is the gold standard in the industry, been used for years. This is what we've been using. Just recently, this Keto Mojo came out, and it's super cheap, $50, and then $1 test strips. Precision Xtra, I think it's about $40, but like $2, $3, $4 test strips, so that gets pricey.
If you haven't purchased yet, and you're trying to figure out what's best for you, stick around.
So you're probably wondering, how important is it to test ketones? That's a logical question. It's not that important.
No. I wouldn't say it's mandatory or even necessary to be successful and to feel good on a keto diet.
I'd say it's extremely optional.
If you are going to do one, Matt made a good point. Doing blood glucose is a really good indicator of where you are at in terms of obviously your blood levels, glucose levels, but it is, what is the word? It's
inversely proportional to ketones generally. If you're like nervous about pulling the trigger on one of these, I know a lot of people are. It's a pretty big investment. Like,
yeah,
we get 100 test strips for this Precision Xtra, and it's $200. Yeah, blood glucose tells you more than the ketone meter, in my opinion.
From our experience with like seeing people use it and getting emails and questions, the ketone readings also play like heavily on people's mental states, which is a negative in our opinion. You don't want it to weigh you down. If you're feeling good, if you're eating great, if you're working out, whatever the case is, don't let that be like negated by low ketone reading.
So this is new, it just came out. We're gonna test this out. And we're gonna do a simultaneous test of both. And what we're looking for kind of is like a correlation. We wanna see these somewhat correlated. We don't expect them to be exactly on the money. A lot of people have been asking us for a review of this, so they wanna know if they can purchase it, because we got this monitor and 50 glucose strips and 50 ketone strips for $80. And then you get $1 per strip for life.
So we have decided we're gonna do 3 tests.
Three tests each, so that'll be 6 data points on how well they correlate.
Right, and we're gonna do on 3 separate days.
So we're gonna poke ourselves, so if you're scared of blood, turn off your video.
Precision Xtra uses a lot more blood.
Okay, so we got 0.7 on the Keto Mojo, 1.1 on this Precision Xtra.
And then my blood glucose is 83, which is pretty standard for me.
83 blood glucose. And Mega has not eaten yet today, right? Anything?
Nope.
It's about what, 10:30?
Yep.
So she's got a pretty good fast, and probably about a 16-hour fast at this point. And I have eaten a little bit. I had eggs, some cheese, and a bulletproof coffee, which had about a tablespoon of butter in it, some collagen peptides. And then as far as like the ranges you're looking for ketones, a lot of people will say a lot of things. I don't think there's really any range you need to be looking for. Like, people will say 0.5 or above is ketosis. Not sure that's true. People will say 1.5 to 3.0 is the optimal range.
Right.
That's far from the truth from my experience.
Yep, I'd agree.
If you have a 0.3 ketone reading, which I will occasionally get, even though I've been doing like almost 0 carb for weeks now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not in ketosis. It just means you don't have a lot of circulating blood ketones.
So Matt showed a 0.4 on the Keto Mojo and a 0.2
and a 93 blood glucose. They're kind of correlated, at least like, what was yours this time?
1.1 and 0.7.
Okay. Mine collectively are like in the same ballpark, like a little bit lower, and hers are a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just throwing numbers at you. There's some correlation.
The ketone strip.
Okay, we're back for day 2 testing. This is day 2. Mega is poking. Here we go. It's always kind of exciting. So Mega's got 0.7
on the Precision Xtra.
On this Precision Xtra. 0.4
on the Keto Mojo.
and 85 blood glucose.
So I just had a very, very high fat meal. I had 2 ounces of pork belly and then 2 eggs with some sour cream.
That was about an hour ago?
And a butter coffee. And that was about an hour ago.
Yeah, about 90 minutes to an hour ago, I had a 800 calorie meal, probably like 40 grams of protein and 60 grams of fat or so. I do like that the Keto Mojo seems to take a lot less blood, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
The Precision Extra takes like a solid amount of blood. 0.4, 0.3, so that's not far off at all. 0.4 Precision Extra, 0.3 Keto Mojo, and 92 blood glucose. That's pretty normal about an hour after a meal, a big meal, 800 calories.
Day 3.
So Megan just woke up. I had a bulletproof coffee about an hour ago. After we do this test, I'm going to put the graph of all of our measurements on screen, just kind of to show the correlation between the two devices. Precision Extra, 0.8. Keto Mojo, 0.4, so that's a discrepancy. Blood glucose, 81. So a lot of people will use 0.5 as like the metric for in ketosis, out of ketosis. So based on these two, one says she's in ketosis, one says she's not. The more and more I test, I don't think 0.5 indicates anything at all. I'll link all of these devices below. The Precision Extra is pretty cheap. Same with the Keto Mojo. The thing is the Keto Mojo strips are just a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
The best way to go with the blood glucose, I think, is just a cheap one from Walmart.
Yeah.
Precision Extra takes significantly more blood. I would estimate like 3 to 4 times as much. 1.1. Precision Extra 1.0. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Blood glucose 94. Testing with both of these devices is they're always kind of in the same range for the most part. Maybe not always, but most of the time they're in a similar range.
Like 0.3 off.
So that's significant if you're really doing this for medical reasons, but then the thing is, like, which one do you actually trust? Why? The only reason you would maybe trust this Precision Extra is because people with like epilepsy and stuff have been using it forever to test.
But from what we found, slight discrepancy, but not enough to, be spending a lot more money on the Precision Extra.
Yeah, another cool thing is Keto Mojo is a small business working within the keto community. This is just a huge drug corporation, Abbott Labs. Like, you probably feel better about supporting Keto Mojo. I would, at this point, recommend Keto Mojo just because it's so much cheaper. And I think I'm going to link them below. When I bought it, which was about a month ago now, they have a special where it's like a founder special or something. You lock in $1 test strips for life, where Precision Extra, you're lucky to find $2 test strips. That's the cheapest you'll find them.
Recommend Keto Mojo, but I would also recommend not putting all your eggs in the basket of numbers. So like letting the scale, letting the blood meters dictate your happiness, your mentality, and how you feel. If you feel great when you wake up, use that as a motivator for your day. Don't like test your numbers and be like, oh, I'm not in ketosis. Today's gonna suck.
Also, we went 18 months or so doing a keto diet without testing a single thing. This is totally optional. Like, don't feel like you need to get these things. Even having all these testing tools available to me now, the best indicator of your diet is how you feel.
My body.
For us. And a lot of times I'll feel incredible and then I'll come and I'll measure and it'll be like 0.4.
Right, and then that'll kind of weigh down on you mentally.
Yeah, I don't really let it affect me too much, but I'm like, that's weird that my ketones are low and I feel better than I have in a few days. That is the Keto Mojo.
Review.
I'm giving it a cosign. I'd say go out and get this over the Precision Extra.
I'd agree.